else on a couple of V's. What do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? I've done things for him I thought that he never would need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from me. I pop style for 30 hours then let him repeat. Now you popping up with the jokes, I'm dead, I'm asleep.
What's up, y'all? We back. Live with Grade A. I'm your girl, Ayana Songstress. Sean and D. Chanel are not here, but we gonna rock it out anyway. First off, that was the Duppy freestyle by Drake. Of course, that was the diss to Pusha T's Infrared, which they both dropped and released on May 25th. I don't think anybody was expecting that on Pusha T's album Daytona, but we gonna get into that as the show goes on, because that's a big beef like that's going on right now, and he just dropped some more fire today. But like I said, we're gonna get right on into that. But as we go ahead and get on into the breakdown of things, Kanye and Kim, of course, just celebrated their anniversary, 4-year anniversary. And while Kanye may be a Trump supporter, Robert De Niro definitely is not one. The popular restaurant Nobu, like that's a restaurant that a lot of celebrities like to go to. They have them in different areas. I believe it's one in Miami, it's one in LA. But anyways, Robert De Niro actually is a partner within Nobu, and he actually banned Donald Trump from Nobu, all Nobu establishments that, you know, he has anything to do with. And he's basically just like, you know, I don't support that man. That man is a clown. I don't want him in anything that I have to do with, period, point blank. So it's been a big thing about that all week. The fact that, you know, he banned the president of the United States. You know, that's a thing for him because, you know, he feels disrespected. But Robert De Niro ain't having it and still told him, you know, get the fuck. No, you can't come in here. Speaking of unfairness, while Bill Cosby maybe have been getting defeated by the justice system with everything going on with his sexual abuse allegations and rape allegations as well, Morgan Freeman recently earlier in the week actually, he was accused of some sexual harassment and some other sexual allegations towards a young lady by a reporter from CNN, who's actually an author as well. But the accusations were false. They had did some evidence and found out the lady was basically just trying to like advance her career. And because she did that, they're basically demanding that she retracts her statement and does a formal apology. And they want the whole thing like done all on CNN, the way that they like tried to kill his career the same way they do with Bill Cosby. So shout out to him. He's like not having that shit. He's like, nah, we're not gonna end it with that. Y'all gonna have to pay me some dues because y'all basically tried to rip me down at an old ass age the same way with Bill Cosby. That shit's crazy to me. Like I don't understand that shit. These niggas is old as hell. They like Morgan Freeman gotta be like 100. Like him and Bill Cosby old as shit. Like I don't understand it. Like I don't know why they keep trying to attack these people. But nevertheless, he ain't having it. He had his legal team go in and they got him some documents and they got a suit down, basically saying that, you know, retract that statement, get to the job because y'all are, you know, basically doing a form of defamation. Like defamation of character. Basically trying to say he's a sexual abuser and that's not right. So shout out to him for taking action like that because I know that's fucked up. However, somebody that is getting one ripped in today is fucking Roseanne. I love the show Roseanne. I am fucked up with Roseanne today because I have been a Roseanne fan for as long as I can remember. Them things came out long before I was born, long before, you know, pretty much anybody who grew up in my house for real. But we all love Roseanne. And the fact that she wrote that wild ass statement today on Twitter is just, is crazy. Like, she had basically tweeted something about one of Obama's former, she wasn't a candidate, but she was somebody that was on his campaign team who was basically helping him, you know, go along within his presidency. And she made a statement about the young lady being an ape, a black ape, and she was a part of the Planet of the Apes crew. And this shit went viral, like, immediately. Her network pulled her show because, you know, Roseanne was just rebooted like from like 20 years ago. So the network pulled the entire show, Darlene, who is one of the producers, that's Roseanne's daughter who plays on there. She's one of the producers. She wrote a statement like she's totally disgusted with her. Wanda Sykes came on the Twitter immediately after her and was like, I'm leaving. I will not be returning. Like, it was just mad chaos. They even pulled her reruns off of Lifetime, WeTV. Anywhere you could find Roseanne, it is nowhere to be found now. Like, it's crazy. She even, her last statement she tweeted, she said, I will now be leaving Twitter. And as she should, because that's crazy. She portrays one way, you know, like, for all these years, I've always thought Roseanne was like one of the celebrities who was kind of like totally against racism and, you know, hatred, you know, just towards human beings, period. She even has like a little African American girl on her show now that plays her granddaughter. So this shit is wild that she even wrote that shit. Some people were saying that she might have been drunk or intoxicated when she wrote it, and I was even trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, because I know I'm not a racist, but I know sometimes, like, I make comments about white people sometimes, and I'm not necessarily racist, but I make comments, and I think that's what she did. Probably just not thinking and tweeted the shit, and it went viral. But with that type of platform, you can't make this mistakes like that. So you see what happened. The whole show was gone. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going to happen with that, because Becky and Jackie, like, all them little characters on there, they look like they really needed this job. Like, none of them have not been on anything in years. Like, I ain't seen Becky or Jackie on nothing. I done seen Dan on a few things. I ain't seen none of the kids on shit. Darlene good. She played, I think she's one of the people on, not The Real, but I forgot The View. She's on The View. Darlene's one of the panelists on The View, so she's good. But as far as everybody else, she totally screwed that shit up. So she gonna have to go back to her little weed farm that she got down in, I think it's Mexico or somewhere she got it. But anyway, she gonna have to go back to that hole because she fucked herself all the way up. So no shout out to her ass. Some other great news though, in light of her saying that, you know, that young lady was a black ape. There was an 89-year-old woman this weekend that graduated from college with her bachelor's degree. She has 12 kids, and she walked across the stage as an 89-year-old woman. Like, that's crazy. Like, that just proves it's never too late. She like, shit, I couldn't do it back then with all these damn kids, but fuck it, I'm going back now. And she definitely graduated with honors from, I believe it was University of Pennsylvania. I believe that's what it was. I could be wrong, but she definitely graduated today with a bachelor's degree. So shout out to her. And like I said, black is always beautiful. Black is excellent. And then Roseanne, you fucked up. So let's see y'all next place.
Monkey suit did it, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit, nigga made him. Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough.
Well. So we're back with the roll up, and that of course was the reply to, of course, Drake's diss Duppy to Pusha T. And again, I'm gonna get into that later on because it's a little bit of shit I want to talk about that, but I'm kind of feeling that one. That one was called The Story of a D-Don, and I'm kind of feeling that one a lot better than Infrared, because I kind of felt like for him to start the diss, he should have came a little bit stronger. But again, I'm going to get into that later in the Spark episode. But Serena Williams is back. She actually just won her first round match in the return for the Grand Slam for tennis. That's a great thing, because she's like 36 now, and she's still banging, body still banging. She just had a whole baby and everything. So for her to return and make that big win like that was a good thing. So shout out to Serena Williams. Our girl Riri, I was just saying this, like, I don't think Rihanna is like going to do music anymore. I mean, let me take that back. She's going to do music, but Rihanna is totally in her own zone, her own world, her own lane right now. Like, she does not have to do music at all anymore. Girlfriend is literally dropping shit like every week. Like, either it's her own line of something, or she's sponsoring something, or she's being sponsored by something. She about to drop, well, she's not dropping, but she's in the new movie Ocean's 8. and that's dropping next Friday, June 9th. And she has a pretty big role in that. She's playing one of the hackers, one of the main hackers for the movie. So I think that's really dope for Rihanna. Like, she's taking on movies, fashion, makeup, everything. Like, she's just all over the place. So whenever she does decide to drop another project or music, like, she ain't gonna have to do shit. She gonna do some shit just like Beyonce did with Lemonade. It's gonna come out the blue. Nobody ain't gonna know. And we just gonna love that shit the same way Beyonce did it. So shout out to Riri, because she's constantly doing her thing. I seen a few little babes on my timeline this weekend too. Like, Kalani is really flourishing. Like, I know she had a rough start at first, you know, with the whole Kyrie thing and, you know, the suicide thing, but she's really flourishing. Like, she's been on a couple projects. She's on a whole new tour right now. Like, skin looks good, hair looks good, everything. Like, I'm fucking with Rihanna. I mean, not Rihanna. I'm fucking with Kalani. Like, real shit. Like, she just had a little post today. She got a little blonde, little bob going on, looking real good, little six pack and everything. Like, she looks really healthy. So I'm really happy for Kalani, because she came in kind of rocky at first. So shout out to her. My girl Ella Mai, that's the girl who you know, made the song Booed Up. That thing is going crazy. Like, I didn't even know that she had a few tracks out before this song Booed Up. Like, she's been out for a while, and Booed Up, I guess, like they say, like, all you need is that one song, and that's what's gonna make you pop. Because I didn't even know she had been out for as long as she had been out, and her other stuff is like really good, but Booed Up obviously is the one that blew her up. So that's obviously gonna bring more attention to the other stuff that she has. So shout out to her. I seen her on my timeline a couple times this week too. Like, she looks really good. So I'm happy to see these new artists like really popping off and coming out strong. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, of course, they always doing their thing. Always showing the black love, how strong it is. Like, they've been going strong for a while now. Like, they've been through some shit. And the fact that they don't have any kids or anything, like, or any, like, real ties together, and they've been holding on strong like that, that's dope. Like, they've been together for a break. So shout out to them. Some funny shit that happened. It was a guy who actually was arrested for he was accused of raping a young lady. And the girl, you know, was like real adamant about knowing that this is the guy that raped her, and, you know, this is the guy that, you know, did whatever to her, and went to court, got the trial and everything. So she began describing his genitals, like, you know, his private area, his private parts and shit. And the dude was just like, you know, like, nah, like, you know, that ain't me, shit, nah. So, you know, like, the judge is apparently going off, like, you know, telling him to be quiet, like, you know, he'll hold him in contempt type shit. And he's just constantly saying, like, you know, that can't be me. I approve it. So, you know, without anybody knowing, this nigga got up and pulled his shit out. Just whipped it out in the courtroom and was just like, see, it can't be me. Like, so, why he got in trouble for doing that? He got himself off, like, for being the rape suspect. Like, the girl kind of retracted everything and, like, basically was saying the same thing he was saying. Like, it can't be him because there were some specific things and details about the rapist's genitals that this guy did not have. So he got himself off by just whipping his shit out. So, you know, that's, I don't even know what I can't say shout out to him, but, you know, like,
he had balls. He
proved it. And he proved that those were not his. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the fuck she was talking about, those balls were not his. But he had balls for doing that shit. So I'm going to say shout out to him for that reason, because his ass could have fried for that shit. Like, he could have really went to jail for a long ass time for some rape shit. And this bitch don't even know this if he the right one or not. He put his shit out. He said, oh, fuck that. I'm going to prove this shit today. In fact, so, yeah. Moving along, some other weird ass shit that's been going on. Jaheim just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and he's been looking like real the fuck crazy. Like, the picture that this nigga put out, he looked wild as shit. Like,
he looks like he's been just walking in the desert and just smoking fucking crack. Like I don't even know what the fuck he's been doing. Like dude looks horrible. Like he done dyed all his hair, or I don't know if that's the natural color, but he's extra small. He looks extra sick. Like I don't know what's going on with Slim, but he doing a lot of weird shit, posting all these meditation videos and, you know, speaking on how everybody should live their life. And he posting pictures about hair, how, you know, his hair is everywhere and it's growing so long and he's just a beautiful black man. But it's just some weird ass shit that he doing on the internet, and that shit look wild. Like everybody posting it. It's been 100 memes about this nigga. Like even the fucking game got into it with a lady on the line because he had posted a couple memes about Jaheim being a weirdo, and the lady was kind of like, you know, maybe he might be going through some shit. The game like, go fuck that, nigga, say something, because nigga, we don't know that shit. You just look the fuck wild, like real shit. I get that. But today, 31 years ago, LL Cool J released Bigger and Deffer. So that's pretty dope because he actually was in high school 31 years ago, 1987. I wasn't even born yet, so I don't know what the fuck was going on that day, but apparently he released Bigger and Deffer on that day. So they had a big thing about it all online today, and you know, LL Cool J is like, I think one of the first rappers, like considered rappers to pop off in the hip hop world music scene, so that's a big deal. So shout out to LL Cool J for that. And Kanye can't stay his head ass out of trouble. This nigga just posted a photo. Well, originally he had used the picture of Whitney Houston's crime scene. They had like $85,000 worth of drugs and coke and shit all on it. Like it was just a lot of paraphernalia and shit that, you know, they used, you know, for her case. And he basically used it as Pusha T's cover album at first. It was gonna be Pusha T's cover album at first, and her whole family like went ballistic over that shit. Like they damn near tried to sue this nigga's head off for releasing that shit like that, because in their eyes they feel like it's defamation of character, because nobody really wants to say that, you know, Whitney had an overdose, her or Bobby Christina. So the fact that he's posting that and saying like, you know, this is her, the photo from her, like that's wild as shit. So I don't know what the hell he be thinking. Like they need to do something with his ass, put a muzzle on his ass or something, because he's tripping. He is like just slowly deteriorating every day, every week. He's saying some wild shit. He doing some wild shit. Like somebody shut his ass the fuck up. Like he's just doing too much. And he's starting to even blow me. I was trying to give his ass the benefit of the doubt for a minute, but like he just keeps doing shit. Like the fuck, who can defend you when you're constantly talking? Like just admit your wrongs. Like fucking Jada admitted her wrongs today. Well, not today. Yesterday on her new show, Red Table Talk. She has a new show, and basically I told you like a couple weeks ago that this new talk show that she has, it talks about a lot of personal things that she's gone through. She has a lot of personal past experiences and, you know, present things that are going on with her, to kind of relate to her audience and relate to everybody that comes to watch the show. And today, or yesterday, she had Gabrielle Union on her show. And apparently the two have been beefing for like 17 years. I had no clue of that. But they've been beefing for like 17 years and really had no reason as to why they were beefing. Like they actually had a conversation on the phone like a couple weeks ago, and we're like trying to like go over events and things that had happened, and we're trying to figure out like why the fuck weren't we ever friends, or you know, why was there always this tension? Because every time they would be in the same room or be at an event together, it will always be this big tension or this big elephant in the room. Like people knew that they had a problem with each other, but they never really knew what the problem was. So she had Gabrielle Union come on there today, and they just kind of hashed out their differences and talked it out like two grown ass women, like as they should have. I mean, I don't think a lot of women know how to do that. I don't think a lot of men know how to do that. I don't think a lot of fucking grown-ups know how to do that. Just sit down and fucking communicate and talk.
Oh boy. Yeah, so like I said, this podcast, I wanted to talk about this Drake and Pusha T beef. So apparently, it started with him with Pusha T dropping his album Daytona. And on Daytona, he had a track called Infrared, which was a diss track to Kanye and Drake. I'm sorry, the diss track to Drake. And on the track, at first I didn't understand the title of the song. But then when I actually seen the interview with him on Breakfast Club with Charlamagne.
Who rolls out that child with a sweatsuit? Like, get out of here. What are you doing?
I didn't understand that line.
Yeah,
Explain
that Adidas situation.
See, the Adidas situation is this. The child, allegedly, his new line on Adidas is called Adidon, which is named after Adonis, his son. But we couldn't know about your child until you start selling sweatsuits and sneakers.
Well, and then he's not a deadbeat.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But then he's not a deadbeat. He's taking care of his son.
Yeah, okay. So he's not deadbeat, Drizzy.
We don't know. Listen, we don't know. We just know that we couldn't know until he sold a sweatsuit.
How long you been waiting on this push?
Yeah, I was gonna say the
same thing. How long you been waiting on this push?
How long you had this in the cut, Pusha?
Oh man, be calculated, man. You gotta live a calculated life. That's it.
Charlamagne instigated the shit out of this thing, like from jump. Like before Pusha T, he was anything, he was already instigating the shit out of the jump. He said, "I'm gonna instigate the shit out of the jump." So I was pressed to watch the jump. So when I was watching it, he kept saying, like, he felt like Drake really has never really been popping without a collab or any type of assistance, basically. Like Drake can't really be great on his own. So when I looked at the definition of infrared, it was basically saying like it takes one thing to ignite another. Almost like it takes one heated object to ignite this other semi-heated object, basically. So basically he's using Drake as the semi and saying like other people such as like the Kanye's or like, what's the guy's name next Party Next Door or Lil Wayne or like Future, like different collabs that he's made like great shit happen with. He's saying like without them, those things couldn't have happened. So that was the whole reason behind the title of the song. But when he was on the show with Charlamagne was basically like, asking him like, do you want that smoke that's coming? Because Drake hadn't dropped his diss song yet. And, Pusha T was, talking real confident because, I guess he's feeling like, I've been in the game for a while, like, I'm Pusha T, he's decent, so, he feels like, I can talk a little shit, like I ain't Meek, but in all essence, I feel like Meek held his own a little bit better because, especially for the simple fact that you started this, and with the diss, you started off kind of soft, and with you started it off kind of soft, it gave Drake too much ammo when he came back with his diss. Nothing. Because even with Pusha T coming back with the new disc today when he just dropped, because mind you, Daytona came out on the 25th, Drake immediately came back with his shit. Like, it was immediately. So, the fact that he came out with the new track, The Story of Adidon, I felt like that one, it was good, but it still wasn't what you needed to redeem yourself. Like, you talked a lot of cash shit on the Breakfast Club, and I'm not disputing that Pusha T is not a good artist, especially as a lyricist. I'm definitely not disputing that, but I feel like as much shit as he was talking, the way that he started this beef, I feel like he should have came a little bit harder. Like Drake really embarrassed him with the shit he was saying. The fact that he pointed out the fact that you are chasing after a nigga that's older than you, and like it's real. Good music is not even
one of the biggest labels out right now, and you are not a top 5 artist, and he pointed that shit out. And although Pusha T made some points on his songs, you know, he tried to take a few shots at Cash Money about Baby and shit like that, but like, I feel like his songs were not like really directed at his artistry, like him as an artist, the way that Drake came for him. But like, he made a lot of points, like, you never charted the way you did, like, you don't got the bags, but it's just, it's endless shit that he's topped this nigga on, and I feel like the way that he came in, he should have just came a little bit harder. Nicki chimed in on this shit. You know, she gonna chime in everything on Drake gonna say. Talking about Pusha T ain't, you know, ain't got the shit. He can't fuck with Drake. Then this nigga Drake get real disrespectful. Sends the nigga Pusha T an invoice. Basically telling him like, you know, thanks, you know, here's my cut. This is what I need you to pay me for helping revive your career. Because that's what you basically needed by doing this shit, right? That was all you was looking for. So, I'm Team Aubrey on this one, you know. I'm Team Aubrey. Like, whatever hiatus want to call him, Drake, Aubrey, I'm Team Drake right now because you're not coming hard enough. Especially for you to be starting shit, you gotta come a lot harder than that. And speaking of Baby, you know his ass just put out a song with him and Manny Fresh. I'm talking about that song sounds, it sounds just like the old Cash Money, like with like a little new wave shit on it a little bit, but I don't know if I'm really feeling it. I feel like Baby and Manny Fresh is just, you know, live out their old, you know, they need to leave that shit alone. Just enjoy that money and just stop that shit because it's done. I'm not fucking with that. I don't know if anybody else is fucking with it, but I'm not fucking with it. It's called Big Timers Designer Khakis. I'm not feeling that. I didn't feel that. Like, that's what the main reason on IG, I didn't feel that. So, yeah. No.
But, you know, like I always say, that was my show. I felt like it was a lot of stuff that we talked about today. Especially with this Drake and Pusha T beef that was going on. I don't think it's going to stop here. I think this is only going to continue. Because I really do feel like what Drake said. I feel like Pusha T is trying to revive his career. It's nothing he can really come at Drake with for real. Like, it's nothing. He got to like really top this shit. Because you know after he just dropped this the story of Adidon, Drake is definitely going to come back with some wild shit. And that's if he even responds. He might just ignore you, and he might just ignore him and just let the shit die out and not give the nigga the satisfaction that he really wants. So, who knows? But I don't think it's gonna stop here. But we'll see. So, you know, like I always say, hold on. I totally disrespected my girlfriend. Cardi B, you know, I always gotta talk about her. She just dropped her new video. I Like It Like That. And that's one of my favorite songs on Invasion of Privacy too. But she just dropped a new video, you know, she's about to drop that little baby, and after that she will be back, you know what I'm saying, like she said, okay, oh that's great, I love it. So, she's dropped a new video, be careful, so, she's gonna be my featured artist for this week. We'll let that play out for y'all, but, like I always say, put the kitties to bed, have your little drink, and you know, hit your J too, because you know, I don't really even drink for real, but hit your J too. And, you know, do your thing. I'll see y'all next week.